In this video, we're going to take a look at the eccentric middle splits. The exercise itself is fairly simple. It's basically just sliding with control as deep into the middle split as you can manage. But we're going to take a look at some important variables. So first of all, I highly advise starting out with having some kind of support, chair, box, maybe 2 sticks, whatever, in front of you. This will be very helpful in the beginning, especially both because you can use a little bit for balance, so we can take the balancing aspect out of the equation, but also because it gives us a safe exit strategy. So if you reach a depth that starts to be a bit too intense that you can't maintain, you're about to just kind of drop out of the position, you can always grab onto the support with your hands and use that to get safely out of the position. Right? But it might look something like this. I'm going to slide slowly into the position, and I can use the support for balance, trying not to put weight onto it. I want to use the strength of my inner thighs to control the movement as I'm sliding down. When I can't go any deeper with control, I'm going to come out of the position. Usually I have people aim to come as deep as they can over a span of about 10 seconds. Notice that I did the eccentric slide with just having my hands kind of free in the space. In the beginning, feel free to hold your hands somewhere on your thighs, wherever it feels comfortable, and you can press down on your thighs as well. This will make the exercise slightly easier. Over time you might be able to eliminate the pressure from the hands, but for a lot of people just having the hands on the thighs or on the hips can help just feel more safe in the position. So this is optional. I usually advise starting out by doing this just to get a feel for the movement in a way that feels more safe. Alright? You can use the hands on the thighs at the beginning. Put a little bit of pressure downwards to control the movement, maybe feel a little bit stronger. Another thing that needs to be discussed is the combination of footwear and floor, which has a huge impact on how intense this exercise is going to be. You want to be able to slide on the surface enough so you can actually get further down into the position, but if it's too slippery, if it's too slimy, it's also going to be way more intense, and that can very easily limit the depth that you'll be able to achieve. It's going to take some experimentation to find the perfect combination, but the best perfect combination of footwear and floor is one where you feel safe and where you'll usually be able to reach the deepest position. The simplest way to manipulate the slidiness is to either change socks or footwear, you can also wear shoes, or change the floor you're doing it on. Other ways to do it, if you have sliders available, these can also either provide more or less slipperiness just standing completely on them, but I can also vary how much they help with the slidiness by, instead of standing completely on it, only standing, for example, halfway out. So the slider might be very slidey depending on the floor type, but my heel might be able to kind of break the slidiness a little bit. Another way to manipulate how much you're going to slide is by, for example, only wearing your socks halfway down. In this way, the sock might be quite slippery, but my heel, at least on this floor, for example, is very unslippery. It's very stable, it's very hard to move out of place. So you can play around with having the socks more or less on the feet as well. But once you've found the perfect combination of floor and socks, I highly suggest doing what you can to use the same combination each time. That might mean that you're going to assign a specific pair of socks to be your middle split slide socks. But full disclaimer, you might have to buy a few of the same identical socks because this can be a bit hard on them. Alright? Give it a go and good luck with it.